G'day guys, my name's Captain James Force. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are talking about Space Punks. We're back, update 5, the cracked one has finally dropped. Along with it is open beta. So everyone can get involved now. It's on the Epic Store. I highly recommend that you do. It's a game that I've been playing since, the first update, and it's just, absolutely amazing. And yeah, they've added so much more, and there's a lot more players. And yeah, today we're going to go through what's kind of changed. There's really like 4 things. There's a brand new game mode called The Crack. There's now leaderboards. There's now a brand new crafting system, which has been kind of updated and refined over the time. There's the new Get a Job mission system, which allows for much more replayability, as well as kind of scaling to your power level. For those that have been here since the start, you remember that there used to be easy, normal, hard, and then like hardcore. Now it's all totally different. It's based on your power level. And also there's a new talent system. So the talent system has once again been tweaked slightly, and yeah, we'll go through that as well. And of course there are loads and loads of bug fixes and all that kind of stuff. They'll be in the patch notes. So yeah, we will go through them as we go along. But yeah, guys, I'll put the patch notes in the description. As always, if you want to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, that would really help me, really help the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subs. We're almost a YouTube partner, so I want to thank each and every one of you because the push has been massive. But I won't keep you too long, so let's get into it. So, as mentioned, the first major kind of update for open beta is now a brand new game mode called The Crack. So you enter it via the relay, and you can see that it's here. It just says Crack. Now, you're going to want to need phase slips. So these are a currency that unlock when you unlock the crack. And there's various different ways about going to get them. Mainly you obtain them by finishing contracts, which I will show you here. So when you do a daily, you get 1 phase slip. But also, usually when you scrap 5 items, you also gain 1 as well. So we're just going to gain that one. If you finish the weekly, you gain +2. But the weekly, at the time of recording, still has some bugs going on where you can't go past 5 out of 15. But once they fix that, you'll be able to earn like double the face slip. So there's the opportunity to earn about 16 face slips a week. If this stays at +1, if you get scrap 5 items to be +1 as well. 2, 7, 14 plus the weekly one. And some of these also have face slips. So you're able to gain quite a few. The other addition is leaderboards. So now there's a leaderboard that kind of shows exactly who the best players are and how far they've gone through the crack. As you can see, I've gone to tier 3. So I beat the first boss at level 4, and then I basically bugged out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay from what it looks like inside. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Your floor is the first one, and here's the reward that I would get for finishing everything. Damage modifier is 1, health modifier is 1, and it looks like I'm going in by myself. So the way this works is essentially you have to destabilize the crack. So that's what this kind of 0% up here is. Once you destabilize the crack the whole way, you will then basically be able to move past that particular level and move on to the next section. And every 4 levels there is a boss, and that's how you kind of secure your rewards. So if you die anytime in the first 3 levels, you won't get your rewards, but there is the chance to kind of tap out before then, but basically your rewards are always on the line, and then every 4th level they will get locked in. So then you can essentially make sure that you're keeping rewards. At the moment, this game mode is somewhat buggy, so it can be that you basically just lose all your progress. That has happened, which kind of sucks, but it is something that they're working on right now. And someone got to level 43, so obviously it works. But yeah, I experienced it where I had the first time I tried to enter this, I had a crash literally in the loading menu. But no, we got to level 4 and then we tried it out, and then we kind of were like, we're going to bank some rewards because we want to keep going. The other thing that's really, really interesting as well is that there is actually, once you get past the first level, a way to skip. So you can actually kind of, because we're at 60 power level right now, but you can actually skip tiers to get to the right power level. So if you're with someone, you know, who's much higher or much lower, you can kind of skip through to make sure that you're getting to power levels that are going to give you good rewards. So, and there's also, the other thing is power-ups. So this is double damage, and then there becomes a timer for it as well. So there's kind of all these power-ups that you can find throughout the crack as well to make you better, as well as making the enemies better. Is this one double speed? There are also chests, but there is no requirement for you to open all of them, like the other mini games have as well. So there's also... So another one of these power-ups is double speed. So now we get zooming. 69%, nice. I'm just trying to like speed through this so I can show you what the next part looks like. Let's double damage and activate this. So, you can actually activate the portal before all the enemies are defeated, which is real handy if you get in a tight corner. So, you get something that looks like this. Like a big triangle that then disintegrates once you've confirmed your extraction. And then you get sent back to this menu, where these are the rewards that you have. And then you basically get onto tier 2, and then it will show you what that reward is as well. Which looks a little bit like this, hopefully. Yeah, so then you'd be getting a battery. So the first like set of rewards aren't like, you know, super amazing. But as you can see, there's an at-risk reward here. And then what happens is when you enter the second crack... Now, because I'm solo, I don't know if this is actually going to be here. Oh yeah, here it is. Perfect. You can enter what is called one of the skipping portal. Where you can essentially skip to something a bit higher. So you don't have to play for like the crummy rewards all the time. So you can basically skip so you avoid the reward, but you actually get up the crack faster. So yeah, once you reach tier 4, then you can kind of also skip. So you see I skipped from 63 to 65, but I missed out on that reward. So yeah, I'm going to go do... I have no idea what's happened to these enemies, but funky stuff happens. Apparently they explode. So yeah, the crack has a lot of different things. So this is kind of the crack and the leaderboard are like the main additions to open beta. And let's go through some more as well. The second major thing that's got an update in open beta is the crafting. So, they introduced punch cards in an update or two ago, and they've really kind of changed the way that it works now. So, you mostly have to unlock the punch cards, and there's different things that the trophies that you have to complete to be able to kind of unlock some of these punch cards, but most of them are either free or they cost like a really little bit of resources. And the way it works now is slightly different. So if we look at, for example, the Breacher. So as you can see, the Breacher now, there's kind of this symbol in the middle. And if you go to crafting, that's the bit symbol. Then there's the mods, then there's the battery and the software. So now, when you upgrade them, only once you upgrade a weapon far enough do you unlock the ability to put in a certain part. So when it's common, halfway through, you get to unlock putting a bit inside. When it's rare, you get the chance to put mods inside, like hardware. And then when it's epic, like the Beam Buster, which I have here, then halfway through, you get the chance to put batteries and software inside. So if I look at this and I want to craft one of these, I can add a specific bit, which is the good one. I think this one, right? And they'll kind of tell you which bit is better for which bit, basically. Which part is the best bits. So this one looks pretty good. I don't actually... So, also the other thing you'll need is this. So, shards are what you get out of the crack. And for anything past epic, so epic and legendary, you need shards to be able to craft. So, to do crafting past rare, you need to start going into the crack a lot more. Then the hardware, I literally don't have any hardware, which is unbelievably sad. I've literally played so much of this, and all the hardware I have is for everything but ranged weapons. So, I'm getting RNG slapped right now. But basically, the thing about it is, they've said that once you get to endgame, the best weapons are going to be those that are craftable. So as you're leveling these up and you're crafting these up, you'll actually find that the weapons that you find are better than what you can craft. This is on purpose. Like, you want to be able to grind right the way to the end, and then you're going to start making better weapons that are on display. So, basically, you've got to level your crafting as you go through, and then once you hit max power level, which is 100, you'll be able to craft past 100. So, that's kind of the goal with the crafting system. So, the third part of the update is the new mission system, called the Get a Job system. Get a job! So, the way that this works is... As you can see, when you go onto a planet, there is literally just something called Get a Job. Now, there's a different amount of jobs that are unlocked, and you actually find this on Fame Road. As you go through, there will kind of be these things that are like, get a job, get a job. And as you go through Fame Road and unlock these things, you'll unlock the ability to play different jobs. So I think on Stopan, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... And then as you start Bannock, you get Pacify the Mutants, Fresh Meat, Experiment, The Cool Factor, and Bloody Harvest. So at the moment, there's 5 on each. And the cool thing about it is you actually get a random one of those 5. So you select what power level you want. As you can see, the HP's damage, the enemy's HP and the enemy's damage changes as you go further up. And then you can see that, you have to be certain power levels to be able to do. And what you get, so if you look at this, like 2.5% of the time, it's going to be legendaries. And then as you come back down to something a little bit more normal, it's 0.2% of the time what I'm going to get is a legendary. Same with this. And then if you go all the way back down to the beginning, you only get commons. So as you go through and you level up, you're actually going to get better gear based on the power level that you have. The only thing is, like you say, you have no idea which job it's going to be. Until you get into the actual job itself, and then you get going. The one thing I have noticed is that when you kind of start with when you get joined up into a random team, the power level that you might get is not necessarily the power level that you selected. A couple of times when I was trying to level Iris, I was level 1 or 2, so I was at power level like 15, and someone else was at power level 100. And when you're at power level 15, you do 0 damage to power level 90 or power level 100 enemies, so you kind of just have to sit there and get carried, which is not the most fun experience for either person, but yeah, they're still tweaking that. But yeah, during off-peak times, you can just get kind of really hard lucked with that. But yeah, it's a really good system, and that's kind of the main way that you're going to be grinding the resources that you need. So yeah, that's the get a job system. So the final major update for update 5, the cracked one, the open beta, is to do with the enhancer and the skills and the talent tree. Essentially, everything has had a massive makeover. So if you remember the old talent tree, you'll remember this looks nothing like it at all. Basically, the way this works now is that you choose which path you want to go into, and there are kind of 4 massive enhancements at the top of each of these trees. Whether it's triggered or whether it's passive, like this loot one is. Basically, what happens is as you go up, you get the option to go through certain trees. So as you can see, I've gone through the soldier's path up here, and I've started to go through the scavenger's path as well. Now, the other thing you'll notice is the talents, specifically kind of these talent items here. So now the talent items unlock once you've put a certain amount of enhancements in. So the first one is 4 enhancements, then it's 8 enhancements, and then it's 14 enhancements, and also they're locked to hero level. So the first one unlocks at hero level 11, then it's hero level 31, gives you 2 more, and then once you get to hero level 60, which is max, then you get 4 extra ones. And as you can see here, here's level 11, here's level 31, and here's level 60. So it gives you the option to kind of go through each tree, and you're only going to be able to put 35 into one tree, even if you fill the entire tree. So it means that you're going to be spreading at least to one other tree, and depending on what you want to do, you might actually spread into all 3 trees and then try to get the maximum amount of talents out of it. Each kind of thing has different talents that you can use that are specifically for either the scavenger's path, which are these 3, which gives you, for example, this gives you higher rarity item drops. This gives you a range kill buff. There's different things like reload speed, and then there's like an increase to range damage as well, and melee damage. And I don't have anything for this one yet, because I don't have anything in the survivor's path. But yeah, it basically really allows you to mix and match, and resetting the talent tree is super easy. You just press Z, and everything gets reset. And then you can kind of really change what you want it to look like. Let's see what talent items I have here. I have max health and max shield. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got here. And then yeah, you can just reset at the push of a button, and you can change exactly what you want per your playstyle. So guys, that is the final major update to update 5, the cracked one. Enjoy. Perfect. Awesome. So that is update 5, the cracked one in open beta. We played a little bit on stream. It's usually my my Wednesday game. So yeah, guys, come hang out. Come have a look at it if you haven't picked it up. I highly advise it. It is a lot of fun. You can play in teams of 4, so grab some mates, get amongst it. And yeah, if you guys check in while I'm streaming, I usually team up with some people as well. So guys, thank you very much. Until next time, peace out.